How many carbs per day to lose weight? Let's get right into it. My goal when I'm working with clients who need to reduce carbs and to lose weight is not to see how low we can take their carbs, but actually to see how high we can take their carbs so that they continue to function optimally. Most people are eating between 45 and 65% of their calories from carbohydrate. The biggest problem I see with weight loss, especially with my clients, is that they have poor insulin sensitivity and poor nutrient partitioning, which is basically just how your body uses the fuel that you provided. So we have to go 1 to 2 weeks with no processed carbohydrates. No cereals, no healthy nutrition bars, nothing processed. You know what that is. Just with this step alone, people will see a ½ pound to a pound, pound and a half loss in that first week. This is going to be due to a loss of some water and decreased inflammation, which can tend to make you hold water. The good news is after 1 to 2 weeks of cutting out the processed carbs and they see a little bit of weight loss, it's a quick win and it propels them into the next step. Step 2, we tracked carbs from whole food sources for 1 to 2 weeks. Rice, potato, oatmeal, etc. You know what whole food clean carbs are. Comment below if you'd like me to tell you some more ideas of what clean carbs are. If you have a question of what you're eating may not be a clean carb. I need honesty from them for the first 1 to 2 weeks of eating clean carbs. There's no judgments, but if they're not honest with me, I'm useless. I can't help you. Some may find that they lose another ½ pound to a pound during the 1 to 2 weeks of clean carbs due to the increased awareness because they're actually paying attention to what they're eating. Step 3, now that we have a baseline, we can make adjustments. So for example, I will take a 150-pound person. I use the multiplier of 1.5 times that 150, which will give us 225 grams of carbohydrate. That is our baseline. That's where we're going to make our adjustment from. So if they were eating after 2 weeks 275 grams of carbs, what we would do is immediately cut 50 grams out to bring them to 225. We ride that out for a week or two until weight loss stops. And then at that point, we can make another adjustment. I don't like to go lower than 25 grams of carbs each time we decrease carbs. Now, if that person was monitoring for 1 to 2 weeks and they found that they were only eating 200 grams of carbs, well, we stay at the 200 again until weight loss stops, and then we begin our 25 gram of carb decrease down to 100. Please listen, I don't ever go below 100 grams, and I'll tell you why. Because what happens is training performance suffers, exercise performance suffers, people begin to get anxious, hangry, their mood changes, and they get miserable. They no longer buy into what I'm doing if I dip below that 100 gram per day mark. So this is my recommendation. I'm offering it to you. It's not the only way to do it, but this is the way that I have seen good results because it keeps everything in check without making people miserable. So at this point, we're at 100 grams of carbs per day. Well, let's say since we started, they lost 5 pounds, some more, some maybe a little bit less. At this point, what I will do is take their new body weight, which is going to be the multiplier of 1.5. Say they lost 5 pounds, now they're at 145 pounds. So that is going to give them 217.5 grams of carbs per day. And then we repeat the cycle. We begin to decrease 25 grams of carbs per day for a week, see how the weight loss is, continue, keep losing, we stay there. When they stop, we take another 25 grams until we get to 100 again. So if they lose another 2 to 3 or even 5 pounds, which would be great, then what we do is we use the new body weight and we begin the process all over again. So this process builds on itself. There's many different ways to do a low carb diet. I personally don't like going super low, dipping down to 50, because now you're looking at trying to get into a keto diet, and for most people that just does not work. People do not like to be miserable. And if I'm going to get results with my clients, I have to keep them happy and I have to keep them energized and motivated. Beauty is when we redo the cycle at the new body weight, now they have improved insulin sensitivity, improved nutrient partitioning, which is just basically how the body utilizes the food they eat. And weight loss oftentimes will be quicker now because they're able to use this food better and they have a better metabolism. Don't go just yet. Power tip. Make sure you're getting at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. That'll take care of your muscle. If you're having trouble losing weight, make sure if you're at 50 grams or more of fat per day, start to bring that down more toward 30 grams per day. That's plenty of fat, especially you'll get it incidentally in your protein sources. That could be a problem with weight loss. That might be holding you back if you get stuck. And also, if you don't resistance train, because I understand some people who are watching this video, maybe they don't resistance train, they just do some walking or light exercise, please try to find it in you to start resistance training. What it'll do is it'll increase your insulin sensitivity, it'll help with your body composition, and you'll definitely see results a lot faster. As always, thanks so much for watching. Watch this video right here on nutrition, and I'll see you on the next one.